Hey, this is Alex from Graysand. Are you looking at finishing your weatherboards neatly against your windows? In this video, I'll show you how I measure, cut and install external architraves and the window head flashing so your weatherboards finish with a clean set back quirk every time. I'll also share a trick for cutting architraves that lets you measure and mark everything from the square end. No chasing short points. This technique removes the need to measure short points on 45-degree angles. The internal mitres are set out cleanly from the square end of your timbers. If you don't already know it, this easy method is definitely worth learning. Before installing your external architraves, don't miss the critical step of installing a window head flashing. This goes in before the architraves and is a critical step in the process. I'll show you exactly how to do it later in the video, along with the drawings I send to the metal fabricator. Hey, I just want to show you how to mark short points on a bit of architrave. Instead of measuring from short point to short point, say you're doing architraves around a window, the ends of the window are the short points of the 45-degree mitre. This is the piece of architrave I need to measure. So it is 1472. I need on both of those corners to be a short point of the architrave cut at 45 degrees. What you do is measure in 100 mil from the end of your architrave. Put a mark, that will be the first short point of the mitre. Then measure the distance of the short point to short point measurement and add an extra 100 mil. And then put the next point of the internal mitre. Then you've got all the measurements. You don't have to try and hook a tape onto the short point and measure to the next short point. You do all the measurements at once and then all the cutting at once. So that's a good little trick. Come and have a look at the saw and I'll mark it out. So I've measured in 100 millimeters, put the mark. That's the short point of one side of the window, the short point of the mitre. Then my measurement is 1472. So I'm going to come 1572 and do another mark. 1572. Now, without doing any cuts, I've got the two short points of the mitre, so each end of the window frame or the window. I'll just mark the 45 degrees. So you just can kind of see it here. So I've got short point to short point, both marks marked onto the architrave. It just saves you hooking a tape onto 100 or trying to measure off the short point. You can mark up all the sizes of your architraves or skirtings, whatever you need a short point to short point measurement. If you're going around a window frame, you're measuring tight to the window frame and each cut will be 45 degrees. So you're measuring out the short point of the mitres, and yeah, I think this is the most efficient way that I've learned to do it. There we go, do both the measurements first, then do both the cuts, and because I'm not measuring off a short point, it's to the millimetre first time. Okay, that's good. Okay, so once all the architraves are cut to size, the next step is to pre-drill the screw locations into the architraves and then paint the mitres with a primer. Before I can clad this wall, I need to get the architraves on. Before I can get the architraves on, I need to do a head flashing. So I've got some folded metal that'll come down 70 mils out over the top of the window and then down 15 mil over the top of the window frame. This will go behind the sarking here, and it means if any water or moisture gets behind the cladding, it'll come down over the sarking and expel through the front here. So I'll just cut it to length, nail it up, then I can put the architraves around this window. That will give me a stop for when I start doing this horizontal weatherboard cladding, that the cladding will run into the architrave on this side and the stop that I've installed on the opposite side. So I'll get the window flashing on, finish the architraves. Fitting the window overhead flashing. I get a metal flashing folded with a 3-degree fall away from the window so water can drain off the window head. The flashing is cut to the same length as the window frame, slid under the wall membrane and then nailed into the timber framing. For extra moisture protection, I run a bead of sika flex sealant along both sides of the flashing. I use flathead nails about 60mm up on the flashing to hit the header of the framing. I then cut the wall membrane so it's about 20mm up from the flashing to allow me later to tape the wall membrane to the head flashing. If you're planning to get head flashings folded, this is the drawing I send to my fabricator. You can use it as a template. The drawing needs to include the overall length, the fold measurements and angles, plus which side is coloured and the exact colour name. With all the prep work done, it's time to install the architraves. I start with the bottom piece beneath the window, fixing it into the wall framing through the pre-drilled holes, making sure the mitre short points line up perfectly with the window frame edges. Next, I install the left and right sides, screwing them into the jack studs and gluing the mitres together for a strong bond that won't open up over time. The top architrave goes on last. Often it needs a little planing out of the back so it sits flush with the front. Once fitted, it sits neatly over the flashing, leaving a small gap for movement and drainage. Alright, so the architraves are now installed, but to completely finish off this wall, I'll nail the weatherboards to the studs, leaving about a 1.5mm gap between the cladding and the outside edge of the architraves. That small space is important, and it allows for a flexible joint sealer once the cladding is complete. I also run a bead of Sikaflex down the back edge of the architrave. That way, when the cladding butts in, it creates an extra weather seal for added protection. Once I get the cladding up to the top of the window, the next board will need to be cut neatly around the window frame, and then the framing is packed where the weatherboard sits to create the right angle on the weatherboards. Next, I check any weatherboards that are slightly open on the joint at the bottom, and then face nail into the framing where needed, just to close up the gaps. After that, all the screw holes can be filled and sanded smooth. I'll then use a sika flex to fill the gaps between the weatherboards and the architraves to give it a flexible expansion joint. Finally, once everything's sealed, the architraves are ready for painting. So that's how I've installed the external architraves around aluminium windows to work with weatherboards. Thanks for watching, see you next time.